This video first surfaced on the internet sometime around the late 2000s. No one really knows where it came from. There's no clear upload source, no known creator, and yet it began circulating across old internet forums. People just started sharing it, usually under one name, the Grifter. The video itself isn't long, barely over a minute, but that's all it needs. It opens with grainy, low-quality footage of a man walking slowly through a dark, empty corridor. There's a red tint over everything, like the footage has aged with time or has been corrupted. It almost feels like it's taken from a VHS tape someone wasn't supposed to find. There's music playing in the background, an eerie jazz tune. At first, it seems innocent, even kind of calming, but the longer it plays, the more it feels out of place, like it doesn't belong with the visuals. As the man walks further down the corridor, the footage begins to distort. You start to see flashes, brief, glitchy images. Some people say they saw deformed faces, others mention a crying baby, and some even recall what looked like surgical tools covered in something dark. The video never lingers on any of these, just quick flashes as if it's trying to hide them from you, but not well enough. As the video begins, viewers are greeted by haunting white text on a black screen. It's written in Esperanto, a constructed international language, rarely used in real-world media, which immediately adds an unsettling, unfamiliar tone. It says, "What follows is a small part of the work of a male demon known as the Grifter, whose acts of terror were found near the shores of the Balkans over the past 30 years. He killed countless children and animals until he mysteriously disappeared in August 2001. Here we present 2 minutes of film that was deemed acceptable by international authorities for public awareness. The rest was considered too disturbing for general audiences." Now fast forward to the end of the video and you're met with another cryptic message, again in Esperanto, just as eerie as the first. "This child, now a young man, is still alive and resides in an asylum whose location was not disclosed. He has never spoken and remains catatonic." The way the Grifter video is presented, with specific years, official sounding statements, and mentions of police and international authorities, feels extremely real. That's exactly why it's so powerful and disturbing. Despite what the text says, with exact years, places, and references to sealed footage, there's zero evidence that the Grifter is real. It's a digital ghost story, masterfully engineered to feel authentic, but in reality, no such footage or person has ever been verified. Interestingly, at one point, rumors began circulating that the Grifter had an official listing on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, suggesting that it might actually be part of a short horror film or underground art project. Some claimed the video was tied to a lost indie film, or even part of an experimental series never released to the public. However, no verifiable IMDb page has ever been found for a project directly titled The Grifter that matches the content of the viral video. It's possible someone temporarily created a fake listing as part of the myth building, or people misremembered seeing it due to the Mandela effect, a common occurrence with viral internet lore. To this day, no director, actor, or studio has come forward to claim ownership or authorship. And if this were simply a short film, it's strange that no original footage, production stills, or behind-the-scenes details have surfaced in over a decade. That vacuum of information only adds to the myth. Was the Grifter just a cleverly edited video made to scare people? Or was it something that was never meant to be seen at all? Whether real or not, the Grifter became something more than just a video. It became an idea, a piece of digital folklore, a horror story that didn't need blood or jump scares. Just unanswered questions and a feeling that stays with you long after the screen goes dark.
Hi everyone. Did you hear about the new thing I'm doing? Yeah. God. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. God. Did you see what happened to my little friend yesterday? Hello again. Hello again. What do you think about my little dog's little burger money? Hello again. Oh. Hi everyone. Oh my god, I can't believe what was going on yesterday at my new club. Hello again. What do you think? Oh my god, I heard Kiki's spending all her time on the corner trying to make a little extra burger money. What do you think?
The person you just saw was Shaye Saint John. To most people, she looks like a disturbing relic of early internet chaos. To others, she's a fascinating symbol of performance art gone entirely unhinged. But regardless of which side you're on, one thing is clear. Shaye Saint John is one of the most bizarre and unsettling characters to ever emerge online. And she's left behind a legacy of confusion, fear, and obsession. Back in the early 2000s, a series of strange videos started circulating online. They looked like they'd been filmed on a broken VHS camcorder. The lighting was harsh, the editing jittery, and the character in the videos, Shaye, was unlike anything people had seen. She would sit in a messy room or pace around a dirty kitchen. Her voice was high-pitched, almost cartoonish, but there was something wrong underneath it. Like she was forcing herself to act cheerful while hiding something terrifying. Her limbs looked like they were made of plastic mannequin parts, and her hands were always covered in bright gloves. Sometimes, she'd randomly scream, glitch, or stutter in place. It felt like watching someone in a state of permanent breakdown, and it wasn't clear whether it was real or just performance. Some of the most infamous videos include The Hand Thing, where Shaye repeats the same phrase over and over in a broken loop, laughing, then suddenly whispering in fear.
Still doing that hand thing? I heard you're doing the hand thing today. God, what is that? Shaye, what is it? Hood. You've been doing this for 24/7. So you've been doing the hand thing all day? Heard you were. Jordan told me you had been doing it on a sleeping bag earlier. Shaye, I can't stop doing the thing. What is it? God, I heard you're doing the hand thing.
There's also Burger Money, where she panics over not having enough money to buy fast food, her voice becoming increasingly distorted as the video descends into chaos. According to the story behind the character, Shaye Saint John was once a supermodel. That is, until a train accident left her permanently disfigured. To hide her injuries, she began wearing a rubber mask and mannequin parts, reconstructing her appearance using plastic limbs and homemade prosthetics. That's the fictional lore, but it's presented in such a weirdly convincing way that many people started to believe it. It didn't help that the videos themselves looked like they were made by someone genuinely unstable. Nothing about them felt safe. The house Shaye lived in looked abandoned. The props were dirty, falling apart. Eventually, it came out that Shaye Saint John was the creation of a man named Eric Fournier, a performance artist and musician from California. He originally played in a punk band called the Blood Farmers and had a reputation for chaotic, surreal art. Fournier created Shaye as a character to express the dark side of celebrity obsession, beauty standards, and psychological trauma. But the line between character and creator started to blur fast. Some people who knew him said he became obsessed with Shaye, living through the character more than as himself. Others believed that the trauma Shaye claimed in the videos might reflect real pain in Eric's life. Fournier passed away in 2010, reportedly from internal bleeding related to alcoholism. After his death, the Shaye videos began vanishing. Some were deleted, others buried. But a few fans managed to archive them before they were lost, and now they live on across obscure YouTube channels, deep Reddit threads, and digital archives like the Internet Archive. What makes Shaye Saint John so disturbing isn't just the content, it's how close it feels to reality, and how quickly it slips away from it. She talks like a real person. She moves like a puppet. Her videos feel like old home movies, but they're twisted, corrupted. That's the power of the uncanny valley, a psychological effect where things that look almost human make us feel fear instead of comfort. Shaye lives in that space. Her videos are referenced alongside early YouTube weirdness like Salad Fingers, Local 58, or Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. But unlike those, Shaye doesn't feel fictional. She feels like a person you could have met on a bad day, in a bad place, someone damaged, masking pain with humor, slowly slipping into something darker. Even after her creator's death, theories still pop up. Some believe Eric was documenting a real breakdown. Others say Shaye was his way of warning people about the mental effects of fame, trauma, and loneliness. There's no clear answer, and maybe that's the point. Shaye Saint John was never supposed to be understood. She was meant to confuse you, disturb you, stay in your head, and she does exactly that.
Tonight at 9 on Cartoon Network.
People love miniaturized stuff like baby carrots, tiny cereal boxes, and Tom and Jerry kids. So keep it here for 3 hours of mini mayhem on the next Saturday at 4 on the only network that can feature Pat and Toast.
The Wyoming Incident refers to a mysterious video that allegedly interrupted a regular TV broadcast in the state of Wyoming during the early 2000s. According to the claims, during the middle of a local news segment, the signal was hijacked, and viewers were suddenly shown a disturbing black and white video filled with glitchy visuals, distorted faces, and strange, cryptic phrases. The screen flashed unsettling text messages like, "You will see such pretty things. We are standing by to repent. You will not be forgotten." Mental projection is not a thinking method. You cannot hide forever. There is truth in fiction. We are your friends. They suggest themes of mind control, surveillance, and psychological manipulation. Many viewers believed these were examples of subliminal messaging, possibly part of an experiment or psychological operation. Some even linked it to MKUltra, the real CIA brainwashing program from the 60s. Others believed it was a warning about media influence. Like a metaphor, TV is already controlling you. This just made it obvious. In reality, the phrases were written to evoke fear, confusion, and a false sense of narrative. They were random, strung together, creepy-sounding lines meant to simulate a deeper conspiracy, even if there wasn't one. The first known appearance of the Wyoming Incident wasn't on TV. It surfaced on YouTube and 4chan sometime around 2006 to 2008. The video claimed to be from 1987, though no official source confirmed this. The footage spread quickly through forums like Something Awful, Reddit, and creepy storytelling boards like X/4chan's paranormal board. People debated its origins, speculated about secret experiments, and even started crafting elaborate stories about people going missing after watching it. The vibe was very Blair Witch, but digital, vague enough to feel real. Creep spread the video. Is radioactive cat on Something Awful forums. Around 2006, they posted a video labeled as a signal intrusion, claiming it happened in Wyoming, purely as fiction. The footage was custom made to look low budget, VHS quality, and intentionally cryptic. The creators used After Effects, simple face morphing tools, and stock text generators to create the look of a scrambled transmission. The video's messages are a big part of why it gained so much attention. Many viewers believed these were examples of subliminal messaging, possibly part of an experiment or psychological operation. Some even linked it to MKUltra, the real CIA brainwashing program from the 60s. Others believed it was a warning about media influence. Like a metaphor, TV is already controlling you. This just made it obvious. In reality, the phrases were written to evoke fear, confusion, and a false sense of narrative. They were random, strung together, creepy-sounding lines meant to simulate a deeper conspiracy, even if there wasn't one. The Wyoming Incident is fake in origin, but real in cultural impact. It's one of the best examples of early internet horror done right. No jump scares, no blood, just pure atmosphere and psychological tension. The fact that people still debate whether it's real in 2025 shows how effective it was. If anything, it's a reminder of how easily our minds fill in the blanks when the right mix of visual, sound, and story is presented.